Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? They miss your boy Cam Topical Juice, and we're back with a very, very interesting video, especially the last part of the video. Now, this is really gonna humble Dami. We're really gonna see what happens going forward after. Obviously, he's gonna get saved for India. Of course, he's gonna get saved, but Dami's been humbled a little piece because now he's realized the public. We don't really favour you in the way your actions are, bro. Yeah, let's get into this video, man. Anyway, like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me, press that subscribe button for me, and boom, merchandise in the description. Cool. So off the rip, the episode continues from yesterday, and yesterday was the challenge, basically, where the snog, marry, or avoid, or whatever, kiss, marry, whatever. And Billy, right off the rip, mugs off Danica. Quite badly, to be honest. He basically kisses Gemma, really showing the audience and really showing the villa that he really fancies Gemma. Now, I said this time ago, how much he fancies Gemma. From their initial conversation in Casa Amor, I said he fancied Gemma. And he's really trying to prove that point. He then decides to marry Paige. What the hell? Like, what is that? And to be honest, on that note, we might as well give Billy a donut of the day off the rip. Now, I just don't think that was smart. I don't really think that was necessary because basically we all know he didn't fancy Danica. And the reason he gets donut of the day like today is because he used that game as his communication, basically. He used that game as the chance to mug her off, and then it's the catalyst for him to finally cut it off with her. Do you understand? Like, he didn't really have the balls to kind of just say it to her first. He had to kind of self-sabotage it with the game first, if that makes sense. And I think he really mugged himself off by mugging Danica off the way he did. I just didn't really think it was necessary. It wasn't funny. The justification for it wasn't funny. It wasn't clever. No one's gonna be in favor of that. People will be like, what? And even though it's a joke, like, what's actually the punchline, if that makes sense? The punchline is Danica, because there is no real kind of joke there, if that makes sense. So what is the joke? I'm just not really with it, man. I think he gets donut of the day for that. But we'll get into the blowout and the kind of argument a bit later. Or not really an argument, but Danica's blowout later. Andrew snogs Paige, marries Tash, and then hires Ekinsu for the J stuff. I thought that was a bit random. That for me felt a little left field. Sometimes, Andrew has got some good qualities in terms of sometimes his ability to reflect and stuff and de-escalate situations. But sometimes he can get a bit too, like, I don't know, in other people's businesses. E.g. with India the other day, getting a bit catty with India, and then also today with India. I thought that was a bit left field, but whatever. Now, Davide kisses Paige, and his only reason is because he basically wanted to. He hadn't kissed her or something ever, or hadn't kissed her since the first week and just missed the opportunity. Now, if we read between lines here, that means he literally looks at Paige in that light. He views Paige as someone who is very attracted to. Yeah, like that's something to watch. That's something to observe there. Game or no game. He then marries Ekinsu and pies off Tash for the fake couple comment, which makes sense. We get that. Get back, gang. It is what it is. Now, Deji was giving me jokes, man. This guy really tried to mug off India twice, and it worked, by the way. Don't get that twisted. No India stands in the thing. No, your girl got mugged off. Facts. Simple as that. Like, she actually bought into it. Now, it's all jokes and all fun and games. She didn't get mugged off like that, but she did fall for it. Like, you get it? He did it twice. And then decides to pie her in the end. So, listen, it's all fun and games. India took it like a champ. I'm with it. All fun. Now, Dami kisses Summer, and he kisses her passionately. And I just think it's so muggy of Dami to play these games. And he then tried to justify it by saying, yeah, but India kissed Deji. No, she didn't. Yeah, it was a little peck. There was no tums there. You really grabbed this girl's face and lips her properly. You're mad. These men are actually mad. No, like, respect, really, to be honest, at all. It's crazy, guys, genuinely. And obviously he then goes to marry India, and she throws the ring away, which I'm glad. I felt, yeah, you know what, good, like, empowered. But unfortunately, the reason I gave her donut of the day yesterday, she made it too easy for Dami, and she's made it far, far too easy for him. Really has. And I don't even think he's got the gift of the gab like I thought he had before, I think he doesn't. He did now and then when things are smooth. When things are smooth, he's smooth. But when things are a bit rocky in that, he ain't smooth. And you see kind of cracks in that persona, in that kind of smooth, articulate persona. But he's still kind of good with his mouth and that, pause. And then he pies Tash and says, you get away with too much stuff. You're not going to get away with this. What's that about? Honestly, guys, the whole Dami and Luca, they're so pathetic this episode. It's like, I don't even care about Tash like that. but they're really making me empathize with her a lot. Like get off her back. It's getting a bit too much. It really is. And people in my comment section are like, please, be serious. Bullying's this, bullying's far-fetched. No. Yeah, just bullying ain't just playground, calling people names and this, that and the other. Bullying is literally what they're doing. Constant attacks. It's not a joke. Yeah, it's a game. No, it's not a game. Stop hiding. We're adults here. Stop hiding behind that. Of course it's not a game. Yeah? Who's playing the game? Yeah? People with emotions and feelings. So it's not a fucking game. It's them projecting their emotions on people they don't like and shit. It's not a game. But the constant pressure on Tash is just getting a bit boring, to be honest. I ain't even trying to see Tash on the screen like that, and they're just constantly trying to mug her off, constantly mugging Andrew off. It's not funny. And I'm glad that they apologised. And to be honest, I could have easily given them donut of the day, to be honest. Like a collective, Dami and Luca, because it's just a bit weird. It's really weird how they really targeted Tash, and the way they said the things they said, it wasn't nice, and Luca was harsh. Adam snogs Danica, marries Paige, and then Ekin-Su's pied. And I didn't really get this, guys. He said for all the flirting that you downplay, and if they look into it, they might see something else or something like that. And again, I know Ekin-Su can be a flirt. I just thought that was a bit left field as well. I don't know. Are we missing a lot of these things here? Some of those digs felt really personal from the men. I don't know, just whatever. And then obviously Luca kisses Ekin-Su, marries Gemma, and pies Tash, and says, and there's a list as long as Adam, but it's just a game, or something like that. Harsh, as I mentioned earlier. I thought that was really unnecessary, and you just come across like a real hater, to be honest, a real op. They're not going to be close after the villa, still 100%. Now this is the aftermath. Now Paige and Andrew talk, and he's like, oh, they're pricks, you know, it's a little too far. The reasons they gave were personal, and I agree with that, to be honest, wholeheartedly. And then Danica and the girls have clocked that Billy fancies Gemma. That's now confirmed. We all said that, did we not? And then Danica then gets upset, and I did feel really bad for her in this episode, or in this kind of scene, because she is feeling like, oh damn, here we are again. Another kind of potential love interest has not wanted me. But I then had to cast my mind back and remember, she also went for people that were categorically not interested. We must remember that, guys. Yeah, when you watch Topical Juice, we're balanced over here. Because I can tell already Danica is going to be championed a lot in this episode. And I'm all for it. Danica, big up yourself. You won a lot of brownie points for me today. But I'm balanced, guys. Yeah, she also did go for people that weren't interested, who categorically shut her down. Yeah, so I think if I remember correctly, Luca and Jay both weren't on it, and whoever else, the rest. And then the one person that actually wants her, she ain't interested. So, you know, it's what it is. But she can't fake feelings. If she don't like El Negro, then she don't like El Negro. Yeah, it's a shame still. But one thing she did say, is she said deep down she knew. What did I say yesterday, guys? I said it in yesterday's episode. I said deep down she always knew there was nothing with Billy. There was no spark with Billy. And again, that's why I can't really fully jump on the Danica, oh my god, Danica train, because, you know, she knew there wasn't a spark there. So I feel bad for the situation, and I think Billy has mugged her off 100%, to be fair, because he definitely wasn't interested, and he thought, you know, I'm still gonna try and pursue this sexually. But then again, they're both adults, they both fancy each other. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, Danica, I do feel bad for you, but you have to brush your shoulders off and get back in the game, man. It is what it is. You know, you're a beautiful girl, a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? So just get back on the horse, you feel me? But she was obviously upset, and it wasn't nice seeing her like that still. She was down bad. Then Luca and Tash talk, and he basically acknowledges that he probably took it too far, and he's sorry. And I'm glad he did, because he did take it too far. And he promises that he has her back, and he basically just takes accountability for being a bit harsh. And I'm glad, because he did a better job than Dami did. We'll get to that in a minute. Adam then snitches to Paige and Ekin-Su, I think, about Billy and Danica opening the salon or whatever. And then, you know, as Adam's like, oh Billy, you fucked it, he's like, oh whatever man, it's just a game, rah, rah, rah. So clearly all this kind of banterful stuff, it's not really working, is it? Like, now Billy and Danica then talk, and this is where it's come to her attention that he has been telling people that they opened the salon. Now I don't know, this scene seemed a bit like we may have missed something, because she really, and obviously this ties into the conversation they had at the end of the episode, but did they ever talk about whether they should tell people or not? Now, me personally, I'm not a kiss and tell kind of person. So In that situation, I would have kept my mouth shut. It's easier that way.
I didn't get that.
Oh my days. But not everyone's like that. Some people do need kind of a warning, maybe not to tell others, you know what I'm saying? So we never actually saw a conversation with them two about whether it was okay to say or not. So that's kind of in the defense of Billy in that sense. But I do understand Danica's point of view. She feels disrespected. She feels like you never really liked me. You just kind of used me out, I suppose, for sexually and not romantic at all. And she felt a bit disrespected because she got no warning at all. So she would have preferred it if you said, I told the guys what happened. Like, I'm sorry, rah, rah. She feels like it's just been kind of sprung up on her. Now I do hear that, but again, without a conversation beforehand, some people are capable of just spreading news like that. Again, I personally wouldn't do that, and that's why I think Billy's a bit childish for that. But the girls did the same. The girls have done the same in certain instances. What happened with whoever Ekin-Su said that she slopped Davide or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, that's a prime example. In fact, Davide never said nothing about the blow dry, but Ekin-Su did. So there you go. People talk. It is what it is. There you go. Point proven. But obviously, in terms of the challenge and stuff, clearly that wasn't funny, and she felt completely mugged off and disrespected. Now I completely agree with that. The challenge itself was poor, and I think he deserves donut of the day for that, because it's just not a good look. I think it was a coward's way out, I think, deep down, and he says he regrets it and stuff, but why would you, that's not even gonna bang. Dami and Tash talk. He basically says it's a joke, and then he repeats the joke. He's kind of like, what I was saying was, you kind of get away with stuff, so you weren't getting away with this, or something like that. That's Conor McGregor, but you know what I'm saying? So he never actually explained what he meant. He just repeated what he said. Okay, not really making sense. So Dami, I think you're trash, to be honest. Again, I do like you, but I do think you're quite trash. Dami and Luca then talk to Andrew, and he says, if you're happy, we're happy, we should support it, blah, blah, blah. And Andrew wants to squash it, and I think that was important for them to have that conversation, to be honest, because honestly, them boys really came across like haters, and I don't blame Andrew and Tash for wanting to isolate away from them, because it wasn't really a good look. I think Danica and Billy talk again, and she was like, oh, he's punching anyway, and things like that. That drama obviously kicks off. Davide and Ekin-Su have a few cute scenes that I think the producers are really lining them up to be one of the favourites for the finale. They're showing them I love you scenes and the bed moments, very cute, all of that. I don't want to give too much time, because we all know, again, same thing. Dami and India then speak, and I just think he gets away with absolute murder. I thought she was really going to go in on him for kissing Summer like that, and they just kind of laughed it off again. And I get that they get on, but it's just, I fear for India, because I feel like she could be really disrespected. Not that she won't take it, to be fair, because I give India way more credit than that. I feel like India won't roll over. I feel like if she feels disrespected, she'll put her foot down and say enough's enough. But I think she's allowing herself, she's giving him she's giving him an inch and he's taking it a mile. Do you understand? He knows, or he believes he knows, that he's got India to a T. And the proof's in the pudding from when he was giving feedback to the boys in the morning. He was like, I fucked up a little bit by kissing Summer, and I knew she was going to dash the ring away, but where's the ring now? It's on her finger this morning. So I patterned it, you know what I'm saying? And when I saw that scene, I thought, you really think you've got India where you want her, innit? And to be fair, by the looks of things, he does, innit? So whatever, not looking good for her still, but they're obviously going to go, he's going to be saved tomorrow and whatever, but cool. This VIP party then happens. Now, everything from here onwards really felt staged, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm not saying the argument wasn't real, but it just seems so controlled. Like, you can even see from the actual camera angles themselves, the camera crew was so close to them. The layout was so fixed. Like, the fact that the girls were talking about Billy and that, while Billy and that's there, the producers and that really told them to sit in that kind of order and stuff. I don't like that, but again, the conversations were still real, but I just know that was fake and shit. But Joel Corey, I mean, have their budget running out or something? Because they couldn't get, I think Joel, ain't he from Geordie Shore? Now, respect to Joel though, he's been doing his thing for time, but yeah, the budget must have run out there still, because if he played Little Wonderful Song and then bounced. But then Ekin-Su and Gemma talked to Danica, and this is where they were kind of gassing her up, saying, it's just like, the way the camera just goes, and Gemma just goes, so how are you feeling? Like, Danica, how are you feeling? I just know they've been told to say that shit. Now again, I suppose that's what reality TV is, but I just know they've been told to, I know they've been told to say that from my own experience in it. But yeah, so then of course they hype up Danica and say, you know, I think you should be the one to end it, blah, blah, blah. Now, Ekinsu, I think that's pretty toxic, to be honest, and kind of that's an ego thing, that's a pride thing. Oh, he ended it with me, so no, in fact, I want to end it with you. Okay, and what difference does it make? The action's still the same, it's been ended. The only thing difference is your pride and ego. But I kind of hear it, they're talking about to strong women, I get it, dig up strong women. And then Danica then obviously walks over to Billy and the ladies are watching, Deji walks back. I didn't realise Deji and Billy were friends, considering he's trying to swoop his gal. And he's going to fail anyway, unfortunately, Deji. And then she then calls him a pig and stuff, and she retracts on what she was saying earlier in the video. Now, I understand that she needed to get that off her chest, and I'm glad she did, to be honest. Again, I just wonder if they had that conversation about whether to tell people or not. Does it really make him look like a pig, considering that, again, Ekinsu did the same thing, but the disrespect, I think Danica's got a lot of pent-up annoyance because she feels that she's been pied off by 5 people now. She feels disrespected because she didn't tell anyone about the salon he has. He never really was interested in the first place. It was convenient. So I think she just wanted to go in on him, to be honest, in general. And I'm glad that she did, because he does deserve it. Because again, what did I say from the jump? It was never gonna happen. And it really came to blows, didn't it? So, whatever. Now, the end of this episode, I'm not even gonna talk about Paige and Adam, whatever. Adam's forcing this, oh yeah, well, let me see where your head's at. We all know where your head's at. And then Laura Whitmore arrives, cool. So the final 2 girls that are at risk of dumping is Danica and Summer. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this one surprised me. I personally thought it would have been Tash and Summer. Just because Tash seems to be she gets the brunt end of things, or whatever the saying is. Now, Billy and Dami, again, this one actually, it doesn't surprise me at all. I think I was surprised because it's a big character, a main character, and like, you know, as much hate as these lot get, there's equally a lot of support for them. But like, maybe Dami really has been, like, he's been humbled here. No, he has, 100%, and I'm glad he has, because it's poor how he's been moving, to be honest, from Casa Amor to when they came back, the recoupling, to the games. Like, he's great entertainment, don't get me wrong, but I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. Do you understand? So, yeah, guys, I mean, prediction tomorrow, of course, Billy's going to go home. Billy's literally just broken Danica's heart. That perfectly fits the narrative of him going home. Summer's obviously with India. Dami's obviously with India, so that they will stay. Girls-wise, this is sticky because I believe they'll send Summer home, mainly due to Danica's popularity and her status in the group. But it's a techie one. I think it's going to be Danica to stay, though. Yeah. But it's just interesting, isn't it? Billy and Danica and Summer and Dami. But yeah, Dami, you've been humbled. And I think, let this be a lesson. You really ain't been coming across great and your PR's fully been down in the drain. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. The hell do I know? Just the man in his 20s. Peace.